Hello friends, congratulations! You have made it to your final breathing challenge video. Breath truly is our superpower, but sadly so often goes underutilized. So to wrap up this challenge, I want to invite you to now step into the felt experience of being a conscious breather, not just on your yoga mat, but in everyday life too. It is possible, and I promise it is easily done. How, you may be asking? The answer is through breath training. I know the word training sounds a little like we're hitting the gym, but it's really just the choosing to make small, repeatable steps each day that eventually creates a lifelong change and improves your overall resiliency and health. I love this quote by author and speaker Jenny Allen from her book, Get Out of Your Head. Training ourselves is crucial because when the pressure is on and we're stressed out and hurting, how we practice is how we play. And while Jenny is referring to capturing our thoughts and renewing our minds in this specific quote, it's the same with choosing to consciously utilize our breath. And here's the best part. When you choose to embody a breathing practice as the gateway to being more present, you make space to notice. What am I actually thinking? What am I feeling? What do I need to do in this moment to move forward in a purposeful way? Essentially, we are more capable of capturing each thought so we can pause and move forward in that present moment with God kind of way. I often wonder if this is what God had in mind with this gift of breath. Now, going back to Jenny's quote, how you practice is how you will play. So to live life with more wholehearted purpose and intention, your final invitation to this challenge is to train. Here's how. Review the breaths from the last 9 days and choose 2 or 3 that felt meaningful to you. It could be feeling into your diaphragm through a rib basket breath. It might be Maggie's solar power breath when you could use a healthy spark to your focus and attention. Or Kristen's calming box breath when overwhelm begins to creep into your day. Whatever breathing techniques you choose, the key is you know your breath is there for you in all situations, and then cultivating the habit of utilizing it. Then we practice as we live ordinary life, as we wash the dishes, as we walk the dog before we drift off to sleep, or during conversations, maybe before a big meeting or a challenge. When we bring these breathing practices into our regular life, we create deeper neurological grooves. Habits become instincts, and when utilizing our breath becomes an instinct, it's something we are more likely to use when life gets going fast and messy and hard. Your breath becomes your go-to tool to find the calm in the storm, to nourish your nervous system, or bring the zip into your step when you need a bit more alertness. I always think of Psalm 46, be still and know. For me, conscious breathing allows me to find enough stillness to make the space to know, to actually think clearly enough to remember God is who He says He is, and I am who He says I am, and His promises are true. So, if you so choose to accept this final challenge to lifelong change, I would like to offer a few ideas to make it a reality. First, set timers on your phone to get it into the groove of even simply thinking about your breath more often. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out thing. Just 3 to 5 breath cycles, less than 1 minute at a time, maybe 3 or 4 times a day. Find an accountability partner to help check in with and keep your intention a priority. Finally, piggyback your breath training onto an already existing pattern in your life. I love this tip from James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. This might look like breath training 1 to 2 minutes before you take your first sip of coffee in the morning, or after lunch you take a short 5-minute walk, no podcast or phone, just simply following your smooth, slow breath. When you train, you can do as few as 3 breath cycles or up to 20 plus minutes while practicing the more harmonizing techniques like resonance breathing. But the longer you practice, the deeper the grooves. Just avoid setting any rigid rules. The goal is you begin to sink into and crave the practice more and more as you go. Each time you choose to come back to your breath, celebrate the fact that you are intentionally utilizing the superpower God has gifted you. Okay, friends, there you go. This was a jam-packed breathing challenge, and we are honored you joined us. We would love to hear about your discoveries and breakthroughs. Our heart's desire is to truly inspire and love on you. So please reach out if you have any questions or we can help in any way. Have fun exploring and training your more conscious breathing practice. See you soon.